Hey, I'm Jeff with AvidMax, and today we've got the TFO Lefty Cray Bluewater Series fly rod here. Now this fly rod is a monster. If you were ever going to go and try to catch a whale on a fly rod, this is absolutely the fly rod that you should use to do it. Although full disclaimer, you probably shouldn't try to catch a whale on a fly rod. But this one is designed for those really big fish that you're going after. You know, so some tuna, some sharks, things like that. It's going to be as happy in freshwater as it is in saltwater. As you can tell, we'll try to show you a little bit here. This is an extremely fast action rod here. Now TFO doesn't quite use the fast action, slow action, things like that anymore. So we'll get to in a minute exactly how they're going to rate this rod. But this is a rod that really is designed for those great big fish. So it's going to go from an 8 weight all the way up to a 16 weight. You'll see that it's got nice 2 handles here for some larger casting, as well as a really nice fighting butt. The aluminum reel seat here is going to have 2 locking rings on it there as well. It's going to make sure that as you're fighting some of those big monsters, that everything is staying held together well, and it's going to give you some of the tools, especially this fighting butt, in order to be able to drag some of those bigger guys in as well. As it is a rod that's designed for kind of some of the bigger fish, the bigger fights, things like that, it's also got a really nice durable coating on the outside. And on this rod, they've actually gone through and put that on twice. So it's going to be nice and covered. You're not going to have to worry about nicks and scratches and dings, things like that on this rod as you're fighting some of those bigger fish. Now, like we said earlier, TFO has kind of gone away from trying to use these medium, fast, slow action rods, because it doesn't actually describe rods as well as you could. So instead, they've gone with now what they call their rod performance matrix, which is going to describe the rod in 3 different ways. So they're going to talk about the presentation of the fly, the distance that you can cast, and then the lift as well. On this particular rod, they're going to rate the presentation at a 5, and that's going to be the lowest of all of the ratings that you're going to get on this rod. So it's obviously not going to be one of those ones that you're going to be overly concerned with the exact way that the fly is falling into the water there, but it's still going to make sure that you can get it to land a little bit softer rather than just slinging it out there and letting it drop. The next thing they've got is distance, and especially with a two-handed rod here, it's going to be a little bit nicer at getting the fly out there a little ways. So they're going to give this a rating of a 6 on the distance. But where this rod really shines is on the lifting power. They're giving this an 8 out of 10 on the lift. And what that really means is that as you've hooked into something that's a little bit bigger, you really are going to have quite a bit of power in this rod in order to make sure that whatever that fish is, or that whale is, if you wanted to go for it, whatever that is that you're trying to bring in, this rod really is going to have the power to do it. So not only are you going to have a rod that can do it, you're going to have a reel seat that's going to help, and it's going to hold on to that reel good enough to do it. You're going to have a fighting butt there that you're going to be able to jam into your leg a little bit better to help bring those in. And then as you move up here to the snake guides, they've also included some really lightweight but still extremely heavy duty snake guides as well. So from top to bottom, everything that they've done with this rod is designed so that as you're out there, saltwater, freshwater, wherever it is, but going for those bigger fish that you really need a rod that can handle pulling in something a lot bigger, these are designed and built to do just that. And so if you're looking for something that's going to handle anything you can throw at it, you can't go wrong with the TFO Bluewater here. If you liked our video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, as well as add any comments or suggestions down below. For more fly fishing and outdoor related videos, subscribe to our AvidMax YouTube channel. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you out there.
I swear my love is true. I use my heart over my mind. I'm not over you.